Come by the new BMW of Southampton right now for a huge meet and greet event, and let our new owners welcome you with fantastic BMW value, selection, and service. And just for stopping by, there's a complimentary BMW gift just for you. The all-new 2011 5 Series is here with special lease and finance rates from BMW Financial Services. There's a big selection of certified pre-owned BMWs, too. The new BMW of Southampton on Montvale Highway. Visit us online at bmwofsouthampton.com.
WCBS News Time, 3:55. Business News is sponsored by Suffolk County National Bank. We've got Ray Hoffman live at the Wall Street Journal.
No matter how you spin it, in the words of one economist, for the economy to generate an average of only 12,000 jobs a month over the last 3 months, not counting census workers, is just plain lousy. And for a while today, we had a plain lousy stock market. The Dow was down 160 points, but things have picked up over the last couple of hours, especially with the news that consumer credit card debt, auto loan debt, and such, contracted much less than expected last month. That's further evidence that we're continuing to move away from the worst of the credit crunch for consumers, which occurred back in the winter. And so instead of down 160, the Dow, just before the closing whistle, is only down 34 points, 10,640. The S&P, which had fallen sharply below the 200-day moving average, has now retaken that line. Technically speaking, that's a big plus. The S&P is only down 6 points. Nasdaq's also down about 6 points. Make no mistake, though, the jobs numbers are not good. Not with a much larger than expected loss of 131,000 payroll jobs last month. Of course, a lot of this was census jobs. Pare it back to just the private sector, we're still adding employment, but a gain of just 71,000 private sector payroll jobs doesn't come close to bringing down the unemployment rate. And in fact, Goldman Sachs now expects the jobless rate to rise above the 10% line early next year and then stay there for the rest of 2011. It's holding this month at 9.5%. 10-year Treasury up 22/30 seconds, takes the interest yield to new low territory for the year, 2.82%. Business at 25 and 55. Ray Hoffman from the Wall Street Journal on WCBS News Radio at 80.
WCBS News Time, 3:57.
Do you ever get the feeling that your bankers could work a little harder for your business? At the Suffolk County National Bank, we build relationships for the long term and believe that when our clients succeed, the Suffolk Bank succeeds. It's a simple strategy, but it's been working for us and our clients for more than 120 years. Suffolk bankers think about our clients around the clock and are dedicated to helping them reach their business goals. We also offer a full range of cash management and credit services our clients need to increase their business efficiency and save money. We focus on their business banking needs so that our clients can focus on their business. To learn more about the Suffolk County National Bank and how your banking relationship can benefit your business, call us at 631-208-2200 or visit us at scnb.com. With 29 branches throughout Suffolk County, chances are we're just around the corner. The Suffolk County National Bank, where good relationships are good business. Equal opportunity lender, member FDIC.
WCBS News Time, 3:58. Traffic put together on the 8th. And leading off for us, Lori Jordan.
We have a 30-minute delay for the outbound Lincoln with a stall in the North Tube. 15 minutes citybound Lincoln, 30 minutes outbound Holland. Citybound is good. 15 minutes for the inbound GW from 8095 Express. And we also have delays for you all over the Bronx for the most part, getting into the outbound GW, also northbound FDR River Drive heavy from 96. West Side Highway is still a bet for you. And we have heavy volume as you head on into New Jersey with an accident northbound Garden State Parkway at exit 156. And this report is sponsored by Autolite Spark Plug. Take the Autolite Challenge. If you're not satisfied with their Spark Plug's performance, you get your money back. Plus, you could win free gas for a year. Go to AutolightChallenge.com for details. Autolite, time to change your plugs. Now the WCBS News and Weather.
Hey, Lenny Quinn, what's happening?
Oh, what's happening? Lots of good stuff out there. Currently, right now, everybody's in about the upper 80s, touching close to that 90-degree mark. 87 right now in Central Park. But here's the deal. You have a beautiful day shaping up for you, and you're going to finish up this day in fine fashion. But it gets better, believe it or not, for the weekend. 85 on Saturday, 89 on Sunday. Beautiful skies, low humidity. And the rain chance comes back on Monday with Monday's high of around the 90-degree mark again. In the CBS Weather Center, I'm Lonnie Quinn.
Friday, August 6th, I'm Steve Scott. And I'm Wayne Cabot. Stories we're following this afternoon. Third straight month hiring across the U.S. Hiring this week. Companies not adding as many jobs as expected. Coming up in 4 minutes, we'll take a look at the job situation around our area. 3 of the victims of the murder-suicide Hartford are being remembered this afternoon.
In the 411 and 411, and expert explains why you might be seeing more ants invading your house this summer.
Wall Street story. Let's go live now for the closing bell on WCBS. Dow is down 23 points, 10,651. S&P down 4. They got the cowbells out again.
Yankees and Red Sox at the stadium tonight are extended premium at 6. Mets are infield.
4 o'clock.
CBS News. I'm Sam Litzinger. Experts say too many companies are too worried about where the economy is going to hire many workers, which explains why the latest government report shows the unemployment rate stalled at 9.5%. CBS News business correspondent Alexis Christopher says private employers added only 71,000 jobs last month, way below the 200,000 or more needed to reduce the jobless rate.
Today's jobs report is proof that companies are still not confident enough to take the plunge and hire. Some of the bigger companies are hiring, but mostly temporary workers. They're hedging their bets before taking on full-time employees. And we're still not seeing any significant hiring among smaller companies, and that's really the engine of our labor force.
President Obama says the economy is creating and not losing jobs, but he says that's not happening fast enough. BP's chief operating officer says there's a lot of oil and gas in that undersea pocket that leaked millions of gallons of crude into the Gulf of Mexico, and the company might someday drill into it again. As for the damaged well, Doug Suttle says they poured cement into it. They're now waiting for it to dry.
We're going in with the measurement tools, and then we'll pull those back out of the hole and go back in with the drilling tools, and that'll take another 10 days. So right now the plan is to continue on with the relief well on the bottom kill.
And the company says everything's going as hoped. Sarah Shrewd is one of 3 American hikers being held in Iran accused of spying. Her mother, Nora, tells CBS News the Iranians aren't giving her the medical attention she needs.
She has a lump in her breast that she feels is being ignored. She needs to be seen by a specialist for this.
She says her daughter talked briefly with her by cell phone. She and the other Americans have been held more than a year. It's already been a long, hot, I think that's very hot summer in many parts of the country. CBS News correspondent John Harchie reports from steamy Washington, D.C.
It's expected to be cooler in Dallas today, only 103, not counting humidity, which makes it feel hotter. It's the story in much of the country this August. Extreme heat, little relief in sight. The thermometer read too high yesterday in Atlanta, so this high school football coach sent the team indoors.
118 and is flash in danger.
Heat throughout the South is blamed for at least 18 deaths. Animals are suffering too. Arkansas fire departments are volunteering to hose down overheated cattle. The nation's capital is headed to the 46th 90-degree-plus day of the season, more than twice last summer's number. John Harchie, CBS News, Washington.
CBS News correspondent Mandy Clark says the bodies of 10 people, including 8 foreigners, have been recovered in a remote area of northern Afghanistan.
The police chief in France speculated that it might be a robbery.